You know, in the world of performance cars, there is a fine line between something that is practical for everyday life and something that can make your heart race every time you hit the gas. Today, we're looking at a car that doesn't just walk that line, it dances on it. This is the 2025 Hyundai Elantra N, and trust me, by the end of this video, you might start questioning why you'd need anything else. Welcome back to Motor Lane X, where we bring you the latest, the fastest, and sometimes the most surprising rides the automotive world has to offer. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button and buckle up because today's review is going to be equal parts adrenaline and everyday realism. Right away, the 2025 Hyundai Elantra N grabs your attention. The standard Elantra you see on the streets every day is sharp enough, but this one looks like it's been hitting the gym and loading up on caffeine. The front end is bolder, the grille more aggressive, and the LED headlights have that narrow, focused glare that says it's here to take care of business. Down the sides, you've got sculpted lines that give the impression of motion even when it's parked. Blacked-out trim, bold red unline accents, and 19-inch alloy wheels wrapped in sticky Michelin Pilot Sport tires make it clear this is not your average commuter. And then there's the rear, complete with a sporty lip spoiler and a pair of exhaust tips that don't just look the part, they sounded. Pop the hood, and here's where the fun begins. On the road, the Elantra N feels planted and confident in a way you might not expect from a front-wheel drive sedan. The chassis is reinforced, the suspension is tuned for performance, and instead of the standard Elantra's torsion beam, you get an independent multi-link rear setup. That means less understeer, more control, and a much more connected feeling when you're pushing it through corners. There's also an electronic limited slip differential up front, so when you put the power down coming out of a turn, it's the tires gripping the road, not spinning helplessly. Hyundai didn't stop at the mechanicals, they gave the Elantra an adaptive dampers that you can switch between comfort for daily driving and a much stiffer setup for track days or spirited runs. Steering is precise, and in N mode, throttle response sharpens up so much it almost feels like the car is reading your mind. And then there's the sound. The exhaust note in sportier modes pops and crackles on downshifts, and it's the kind of playful detail that makes every drive a little more addictive. Step inside, and it's clear this car means business without forgetting you might be in here every day. The sport bucket seats hug you in place through fast corners, trimmed in a mix of leather and Alcantara-style suede with contrast stitching that matches the exterior accents. The steering wheel feels thick and solid in your hands, complete with those bright N mode buttons that let you instantly switch between driving personalities. The digital instrument cluster reconfigures depending on your mode, giving you all the performance data you need right when you need it. But even with all that performance focus, Hyundai hasn't stripped away the tech or the comfort. You've got a large central touch screen with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a solid premium audio system, and all the driver assist features you'd expect: adaptive cruise control, lane keeping assist, forward collision warning, so it's as easy to live within traffic as it is fun to throw into a corner. And speaking of living with it, fuel economy is perfectly acceptable for something in this class, around 20 miles per gallon in the city and roughly 27 on the highway. Sure, it's not a hybrid, but that's not why you're here. You're here because the Elantra N offers something that is increasingly rare, a performance car you can truly afford to own and operate without sacrificing practicality. Price-wise, it undercuts a lot of its competition while delivering thrills that rival much more expensive European sedans. Factor in Hyundai's excellent warranty, and the value equation gets even better. And if you're the type who might take this to the track now and then, Hyundai even offers a TCR edition in some markets with upgraded brakes, lightweight wheels, and a huge carbon fiber wing, basically turning this daily driver into a weekend race machine. Owners and enthusiasts are already singing its praises. The handling, the sound, the way it balances daily usability with pure fun, people are calling it one of the best driver-esque cars for the money right now. And honestly, after spending time behind the wheel, it's hard to argue with them. It's engaging without being intimidating, it's quick without being uncontrollable, and it's practical without ever feeling dull. So where does that leave us? The 2025 Hyundai Elantra N is proof that you don't have to spend luxury brand money to get a truly exciting performance car. It's a sedan that can take you to work in comfort, run errands without fuss, and then, with the twist of a dial and the press of a button, turn into a corner-carving, tire-squealing thrill ride. It's as if Hyundai took the sensible four-door family car recipe and just spiked it with a double shot of adrenaline. If you've been thinking that the era of affordable, enthusiast-friendly performance cars is over, the Elantra N is here to remind you otherwise. This is the kind of car that makes you take the long way home just because you can. And in a world where so many cars are becoming more appliance-like, that's something worth celebrating. This has been Motor Lane X, your pit stop for everything fast, fun, and worth your hard-earned cash. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the 2025 Hyundai Elantra N, give it a thumbs up. Share it with your fellow car lovers, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss our next review. Until next time, keep the revs high and the smiles wide.